dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I kind of just can't help myself. Here we go. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Everybody. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 One more. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, the smile, the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. It's alright. Good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to enjoy that music. I almost forgot why I'm here. Just sit back. That was wonderful. Well, welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. We're so glad you are here. Thank you for sharing your unique energy with us. My name is Tina McDonald, and I will be your platform assistant today. Our guest speaker today will be Steve Tichnor. Welcome. And Steve is going to be talking on the topic of where is the love? Steve Tichnor is a self-proclaimed armchair philosopher, former evangelical, and recovering missionary who is slowly piecing his spiritual life back together after deconstructing childhood religion and living a decade as a resentful atheist. I'm fascinated. Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock and Unity Worldwide is about living a life that is more spiritual than religious. This means that we believe there is a Christ presence in you that is available and capable to guide you on your unique path. Unity respects all religions. It does not discourage any practice that supports your best and highest expression. We do not insist on any type of action or ritual to accomplish the goal of experiencing your divine nature. We just provide the tools that may assist you in listening for it. Let's say a prayer. Divine Spirit, we are truly grateful for this beautiful day. We send our love and appreciation to everyone joining us, no matter where they are. We recognize your oneness in spirit and open our hearts and minds to your inspiration. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this wonderful morning possible. We trust that there are no coincidences and that everything happens today is for our highest good. In the name and through the power of Jesus, the living Christ. Amen. Okay. And now I have a daily word for you. God's love comforts and soothes my soul. I find comfort in knowing God's presence and goodness are within me and all around me. If I'm feeling lonely or sad, I accept my feelings and return to God. A few moments in prayer, resting in the fullness of God's love, renews me and helps me feel less alone. Whenever I struggle with life's occasional disappointments, I turn within and find strength in God's unfailing presence. In the silence, I listen to my guidance as the still, small voice within. If I am coping with a health challenge, I welcome the flow of life to heal and purify my soul. I am at peace and comforted as I relax into the flow of healing. I am grateful for God as healer and comforter. I trust God will never abandon or forsake me. God's love is within me and all around me. As a mother comforts her child, so I will comfort you. Isaiah 66:13. Okay, now we're all going to take just a couple of minutes, get up and meet and greet everybody, say hello, shake hands, start our day. Okay. Now let's continue and read our 5 unity principles, the foundation of all we do here together, please. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. The Christ Spirit lives within me. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. I experience God's presence and power through prayer and meditation. I put my faith into action by demonstration. Awesome. Okay, now I want to take a moment to appreciate our tech team. I don't even know where to start. Rich is kind of doing like 2 different things here, so you're.
I'm there.
So to start with our tech team, Rich Prezioso, who is, I know, up front, but also helping with sound, so that's amazing. Okay, Jackie Gerard, thank you so much for your assistance. I do believe that Joe is online from Florida once again, so we appreciate Joe as well. And Eileen, you're assisting today. Thank you so much. All right, and then, as I mentioned, Rich is doing it all and bringing us this, not only the sound, but this amazing music as well. Rich Prezioso, thank you so much.
Thanks. It's just a reminder, the first time I did both double duty, I'm just like running around here setting things up, and all of a sudden I hear Joe's voice, Joe's disembodied voice. How did he do that? He can still do that. This is a song, a Pete Seeger song. It's one of my wife's favorites. And I probably shouldn't say this, but we were playing in a New Thought church in Florida several years back, and we did this song. And after the service, somebody came up to me and said, the song is called Old Devil Time. A gentleman came up to me and said, we don't believe in the devil in this church. And I just couldn't help myself. I said, well, I hope you believe in metaphor. I know that won't happen here. Oh, devil time, I'm gonna fool you now. Oh, devil time, you'd like to bring me down when I feel low. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Oh, devil fear, you with your icy hands. Oh, devil fear, you'd like to freeze me cold, and I'm afraid. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Oh, devil hate, I knew you long ago, before I learned the poison in your breath. Now when I hear you laugh, my lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. No storm nor fire can't ever beat us down. No wind that blows but carries us further on. And you who fear, oh, lovers gather round, and we will rise to sing it one more time. Oh, devil time, I'm gonna fool you now. Oh, devil time, you'd like to bring me down when I feel low. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Thank you. Let's sing this one together. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always here. And every thought becomes a prayer, and every thought becomes a prayer.
Okay, let's continue into your comfortable, calm position that you have at this moment. You can close your eyes if you choose. Feel the connection between your back and the pew. Lengthen up through your spine. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Notice your breath. Slow, long, deep breaths. Soften your muscles. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. As you breathe, become more aware of the state of your body and mind. Where's your body holding tension? Try to relax those muscles. Where's your mind? Can you bring it back to your breath? Let your breath become smooth and effortless. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel the flow of air moving into your lungs and then back out into the world. Continue to focus on your breath. And with each inhale, think, I am loved. With each exhale, I am enough. With each inhale, draw in self-love. In each exhale, release what is no longer serving you. Inhale, I am loved. Exhale, I am enough. We'll do that again. Inhale, I am loved. Exhale, I am enough. Now place your hands over your heart. Continue to inhale. I am loved. Exhale, I am enough. Visualize pouring love out of your hands and into your heart. Inhale, I am loved. Exhale, I am enough. Know that love is always available to you, through you. I am loved. I am enough. Take a few more deep, mindful breaths. I am loved. I am enough. I am loved. I am enough. Now start to move your toes. Move your fingers. Softly open your eyes and come back to this space, knowing all the while that you are loved and you are enough. Namaste.
There are no coincidences. Good morning, everyone. Well, thanks for inviting me back. Last November, for the first time in my life, I was here speaking about how I lost my faith and how I rediscovered a higher power through a very strange series of events involving my mother's Alzheimer's, my sister's stage 4 cancer, unexpected synchronicities, and UFOs, or angels, as I've come to believe. The Spark Notes' underlying message I was trying to convey was, facing fears leads to deeper understanding of God, and God is love. In the spirit of continuing to face my fears, I ended up sharing my story with family and friends, which ended up being a double-edged sword. While some understood what I was trying to say, others couldn't really fit my personal experience of the unknown within the framework of their worldview. I know I'm far from alone in that feeling, to have one's lived experience ignored or denied by those who love and care about them. Well, I would go so far as to say that that is the zeitgeist of the world right now. So much misunderstanding, so much denial of others' lived experiences, so much hurt and anger and confusion. If God is love, then where is God in the world? Where is the love? To quote the Black Eyed Peas, "What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mama. I think the whole world's addicted to the drama, only attracted to the things that'll bring the trauma." So today I'd like to explore just that. Where is the love? Fittingly, yesterday was Valentine's Day, the biggest commercial celebration of love in the country. Last year, Americans spent $27.5 billion on Valentine's. It's a lot of chocolate and flowers. You know, I wonder how much food that amount would buy for food pantries, but we're not going to go there today. Now, I've always been a hopeless romantic, and I largely blame 90s Disney movies and romantic comedies for that. And I can tell you that I am awful at finding love. I've looked for love in so many places. I've hurt others, and I've been hurt many times myself. Finding love is not for the faint of heart. In 2024, when I found myself single largely because of my spiritual awakening, I thought, well, surely God has someone in mind for me, right? God wouldn't shake my entire life up and leave me to fend for myself. So I did what anyone today who's single does. I got on the dating apps. I spent hours creating my profile, trying to show my authentic self, and I spent hours and hours swiping, which resulted in hardly any matches, unless I paid for the app's premium subscription, which I didn't. So weeks and months of not getting even the start of a conversation led to a whole lot of insecurity. What's wrong with me? What am I missing? I mean, it started bothering me to the point I asked friends and family to give me feedback on my profile, which they did a little too enthusiastically. Do you need that picture? Maybe people don't need to know about the whole alien thing right away. Steve, can't you just be a bit more normal? Oh boy. Hey, God, it's me, Steve. I'm looking. Can you help? Where is the love? Around the same time I jumped on the dating apps, I started going to therapy. It was a tough decision. I can be stubborn, and I grew up in a house where my father stressed self-reliance. You just push through those emotions and keep going. I don't know if you've ever been to therapy, but it's not easy. And it took a lot for me to admit that I needed help. I was overwhelmed with grief about my family, heartbreak and loneliness from my failed relationship, anger at the state of the world, and dumbfounded confusion over my spiritual experiences. And I wasn't able to make those go away. I was hurting deeply and avoiding that hurt. Luckily, I have a great therapist. She doesn't tell me what's wrong with me or that I have problems. She listens and she validates my experience and helps me identify what is really causing my hurt. Then she reaches into her psychological toolbox and suggests a couple of tools I could try. But she doesn't tell me what to do, and she doesn't try to fix me. That's my job. Going to therapy made me take a hard, long look in the mirror. And that is such an uncomfortable thing to do. When I looked deep enough, I started to see the patterns of my own behaviors, my thoughts, my actions, and how they hurt me and those around me. And what I slowly realized with the help of my therapist was that many of those habits that were harming me had helped me at one point in my life to keep a version of me safe. But they no longer serve the person I am today. My ego was protecting me from the unknown. And apparently there was a lot I didn't know about myself. Now, therapy wasn't the only place I was challenged to look within. I kept praying for God to help me find love, and I kept having doors slammed in my face. It was a humbling experience. I had a sneaking suspicion that things weren't working out for me because God wanted me to focus on other things, which was highlighted when a connection I thought was genuine and real ended abruptly when she told me I didn't make enough money. That was a hit to the ego. You win, God, I'll become a monk. Have you ever noticed how silent God can be when you're not on the right path? And how sometimes it can feel like a game of hot and cold. You know that game where one person wanders around looking for something while another helps them navigate with hints like warm, warmer, hot, depending on how close they are. Well, here I was asking God, where is the love? And God responding, colder, every time I tried finding it my own way. So I stopped and I started listening to God's hints on where to find love. Have you ever felt music? Like, has music ever cast a spell on you, made you feel a certain way that you can't quite describe with words? Like your body just responds in such a natural and subliminal way. It was a random Wednesday night, and I had every excuse in the book not to join my cousin for a last-minute concert he invited me to, but something inside called to me. So I went with him to see Tash Sultana, an Australian musician I had never heard of. And I had a spiritual experience listening to Tash pour into every instrument, every note with their entire being. The music was magical. Musicians are magicians. Like, actually, they're able to take the vibrations of the universe and string them together in songs that resemble spells that speak directly to the soul. That night, I watched Tash become one with something beyond humanity. And I watched the waves of magical music move the entire crowd in harmony. Warm, God whispered. I continue to follow the breadcrumb trail of synchronicities and signs God was using to guide me, those intuitive feelings that pointed me to where to go next. God's magic came alive to me through so many other vibrations of creativity. I started taking myself on solo dates, to the jazz club, to punk rock concerts, gardening classes, art museums. I took daily walks in nature, listening to the concerts of the birds, the bugs, the streams, each vibrating to their own internal rhythm. I felt God in all of it. All of these experiences of pure, authentic being. And at the same time I was exploring the world outside, I was exploring myself. I was learning to heal. I started confronting those voices in my head. You're not enough. You're too much. You don't fit in. Where's the love? Well, surely not in the fear of being different. Surely not in the society that told me I needed a church and a book written by someone else to know God. It was at this time that my sister was diagnosed with her cancer. The ordinary world didn't make room for magic or miracles. But I could. In my own weird way, I could show God with my actions that I understood. That while I didn't know what or how or why, I did know the magic I was experiencing on my own journey. Our family had a trip planned to go visit my brother in Nashville, the city of music. I could feel something special about this trip. It was over Easter last year, which happened to also fall on my mom's birthday. And I had exactly 40 days to prepare with my own rituals of prayer and devotion. Oh, and I needed a hat for Nashville, so I got one. and I wore it the entire time. To everyone else, this hat says, "What is wrong with that dude?" But to me, this hat symbolizes a promise to God and to myself. I'm done being defined by society. I'm done looking for truth and validation from others. I'm done letting anyone or anything tell me what is or isn't possible. This wizard hat was my own declaration of independence from the world and my surrender to God's magic. And I had some pretty wild synchronicities in Nashville that can be summed up with a simple, warmer. One thing I've realized throughout my journey is how interconnected all of creation is. As I mentioned the last time I spoke, evolution used to be what I thought disproved God, but today I see evolution as one of the most beautiful, mysterious methods God has used to manifest in this reality. All of creation is the same stardust, put together in different ways through the movement, vibration, energy, and quantum fields dancing together to form matter within the ingrained space-time geometry of the universe. If that's not magic, I don't know what is. You know how they say that every snowflake is distinctly different? Water crystallizes in patterns, but these patterns are influenced by temperature, dust in the clouds, and the unique path each snowflake takes as it falls to the earth. Aren't we all just more complicated snowflakes, falling through space and time, being shaped by our environment and experiences, but with the God-given ability to take part in shaping not only ourselves, but everything around us? All life on Earth started from the same place. All life on Earth is a fractal, a slight deviation from God's perfect mathematical algorithm, playing out in a way we can experience. What is life? Where's the love? I've come to believe we're all living in the symphony of God, vibrating at different rhythms, different wavelengths, and different amounts of energy. And as humans, we have a very unique and special connection to that source. We are made in the image of God because we can understand this connection and co-create in the universe. How cool is that? As you and I are separate and distinctly different in personality, preferences, and physical attributes, we are still 99.9% the same in DNA. That 0.1% accounts for all the beautiful diversity we see in humanity. All the art, music, culture, language. It's all the fractals of God manifesting and expressing how astonishingly creative and unique she is. Light is made up of nearly infinite amounts of wavelengths. When we see a rainbow, we get a peek behind the magic, a brief glance at how all those wavelengths look when broken out into an array. Now, what would happen if we looked through a lens that filtered out the blues or the violets or the reds or the oranges or the greens? The light wouldn't be whole. It wouldn't be complete. That sounds silly, but that's exactly what's happening today. People, system structures are creating distortion and separation amongst the rainbow that is humanity, the rainbow that is all of creation. They say truth comes from the outside, from validation, status, fitting in. They provide the answers with their books, artificial intelligence, social media. And all of these things try to keep our distinct wavelength away from source, from the light. In my own journey, God led me to the truth that everything is part of God through the suffering of animals. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to start preaching about veganism, but a big part of my spiritual awakening was on the path of no harm. So I found myself at Madison Vegan Fest learning about animal sanctuaries, and one of the first sanctuaries I spoke to was holding a fundraiser, a yoga trance dance, out at their sanctuary. Yoga trance dance. I had no idea what that was, but I knew the familiar feeling when I heard it. Warmer. I got to this yoga trance dance thing a little early and found myself waiting with a very large and vocal pig. The trance dance instructor came to greet me and explained that the pig scooted around on his 2 front legs because he was born that way, and the farmer was going to shoot him because he was worthless. His name is Captain Dan, and he is a sassy, happy guy. The yoga instructor was so kind and welcoming and told me all about the sanctuary and the 75 animals living there. She then led a truly life-changing experience where we grounded our spirits and our body through yoga, then invited our inner child out to become entranced in dance, completely letting go of all the fears and expectations. Y'all, I felt like Snow White dancing out in the woods surrounded by alpacas, goats, chickens, and pigs. And I cried as I flailed my arms and legs dancing. I couldn't remember the last time that carefree version of me was out to experience the world. Warmer. A few months later, my friend Joe asked if I wanted to go to a Simple Plan concert. Simple Plan was one of the bands I used to listen to nonstop in middle school. Their songs perfectly captured what it was like to be an angsty teen. And as I sang my lungs out, seeing them live for the first time in my life, I couldn't help but relate just as much today to their lyrics. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. You don't know what it's like to be like me, to feel hurt, to feel lost, to be left out in the dark, to be kicked when you're down, to feel like you've been pushed around, to be on the edge of breaking down and there's no one there to save you. Does anyone else feel that way these days? I broke down during that concert. Where is the love? So much suffering everywhere. I just felt so helpless. What can I, one small piece of this cosmic puzzle, do to help any of it? The answer came in the next song. Now rewind a bit. When Joe was trying to get me to come to the concert, he said, "Steve, do what you will with this, but Simple Plan wrote the theme song for the new Scooby-Doo cartoon. And they play it during the concert and invite anybody who is dressed up to come dance with them on stage." I didn't practice this part, so bear with me. Oh yeah, you better believe it. Before I knew it, I was up on stage with Simple Plan, dancing my tail off as they sang. "What's new, Scooby-Doo? We're gonna follow you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's new, Scooby-Doo?" The trail leads back to you. Hot. The trail leads back to you. Hot. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. Where is the love? It had been right under my Scooby-Doo nose the entire time. I am the love. I am a child of God, a fractal of Source. I don't know how to fix the entire world, but through therapy, music, and owning my own journey, God showed me what I can do. I am the only Steve Tichnor expert in the entirety of existence. I was not born into sin. I was born forgetting my divine spiritual nature. To know God is to become love. That is what human life is for, to experience separation from knowing, to wake up and rediscover what love really is, to turn focus from outside to inside, to know love by first learning to love yourself, to love each version of me who experienced separateness in different ways throughout my life. My journey to finding where the love is didn't lead to another person. It led to what so many of us deny on a daily basis. We deny loving ourselves to the fullest. It's only after we learn to love ourselves that we can expand that love to others. It's not our job to fix anyone but ourselves. In healing our own wounds, we draw closer to love, closer to Source, closer to Christ consciousness. And each one of our journeys back to love may be as different as each individual snowflake. That journey may be as quiet and gentle as a spring stream, or as loud and disruptive as a punk rock concert. And the most beautiful thing is, you are the one who gets to choose that. Oh, and a side note, when I got home from the concert, I had a message responding to my social media post, Dancing as Scooby-Doo. It was from the yoga trance dance instructor. Her name is Jenna. Turns out she was front row at that Tash Sultana concert. We just got engaged and are going to get married at the Animal Sanctuary this fall. That's another story for another time. We are all seeds of love. It can be so hard to remember that in a world of suffering and hate. But that is the shadow that is cast when light shines to its fullest. We shine the brightest when we become love, when we align with the divine. Now, today is the last day of the year of the snake, the year of shedding and releasing old habits, thoughts, and identities. Tomorrow marks the first day of the year of the horse, the year of transformation, freedom, and bold courage. How will you leave what is no longer serving you? How will you connect with that love that has always been inside? How will you grow towards a future where the light of love dissolves all shadows of hate? We are all children of God, and we are all part of the spiritual revolution that will bring the kingdom of heaven within to all of creation. I love all of you. Just remember to focus on what's in your power to Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Thank you.
I don't drink as much as I used to, but lately it just ain't my style. And the hard times don't hurt like they ought to. They pass quicker like when I was a child. And somehow I learned how to listen for a sound like the sun going down, in the magic the morning is bringing. There's a song for the life I've found. It keeps my feet on the ground, and the midsummer days ain't so heavy. They just flow like the breeze through your mind, and nothing appears in a hurry to make up for some old lost time. And somehow I learned how to listen for a sound like the sun going down, in the magic the morning is bringing. There's a song for the life I have found. It keeps my feet on the ground. Somehow I learned how to listen for a sound like the breeze dying down, in the magic the morning is bringing. There's a song for the friend I have found. She keeps my feet on the ground.
was a wonderful talk. Thank you so much. Can't wait for you to return again. Yes. Right? Isn't it so amazing how, and here I am experiencing it firsthand, and I've heard others, Kylie, I think you've said it, I've heard others say it when they're up here, and the things that you put together and that you bring maybe in the meditation or in the daily word that is read, and then how it connects to the talk and the speaker that comes on and the music that is played, and it's not coordinated ahead of time. And I just sat there in awe of all of that. So that was great. Okay, so now it's time in our service to collect and accept tithes and donations. So if you would all please go ahead and take out your gift. If you're online, if you can go to our website at unitywoodstock.org and click on the Joy of Living tab. Here at Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock, we are self-supporting. All of your donations directly supports the talks, classes, and events we facilitate. If you are in the sanctuary with us, please take out your gift and place it in your hands as we bless your gift here. Those of you online, please hold your gift to your heart. We will acknowledge these blessings with a short prayer. Together, please. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. For those of you in the sanctuary, the greeters will gratefully accept your gift at this time. Okay, I think I'll warm up those praying hands for us. And let's repeat together. For these gifts and all of you givers, we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay. Unity Spiritual Center is a ministry based in prayer. You are invited to fill out a prayer request right over in the corner here at our station and drop in the prayer box. Your request will be prayed over for 30 days by our prayer team and Silent Unity. If you would like a confidential affirmation prayer, Jackie is in the house. Thank you. She would love to spend some time with you. You are also invited to light a memory candle right in the back of the sanctuary. We will light that candle every Sunday until it is completely burned out. And we ask that you would donate $2 down in the receptacle underneath to help us replace those candles for all of you. Okay, now for some announcements. I have not looked at the calendar, so let's figure out what's happening together. Okay, Thursday the 19th, the men's group getting together at Three Brothers. And Friday the 20th, it's a spiritual bookshelf. Friday, the Reclaiming Your Inner Child. Hopefully those of you who are planning to attend are already aware and reading that book. If not, I think I've heard that it's not a large book if you wanted to catch up. Sunday the 22nd, that's our fourth Sunday, and we will be doing Project Linus. So that'll be putting those blankets together. I know we mentioned this previously. You don't have to have any sewing experience. It's tying all the edges together. Everyone can do it, and it's a great time to just sit and chat and have great community. Okay, Recycling Sunday, first Sunday of every month. Youth Ministry, first and third Sunday of the month. Christ Mind Study, second and fourth Saturday of the month. And remember, you can do that on Zoom. You don't have to be in person if you can't make it in person. And our Sunday services, the fourth Sunday of every month, we have Fun Day Sunday. We do not meet in the sanctuary, we meet in fellowship. And if I'm right in my calendar, that's next week, right? Yeah, lose track. And it's also potluck. So those are really fun days. We always have a ton of food, so please attend if you're able to. All right. And if you missed any of those events or you forget any of those, you can go to our calendar on the website, unitywoodstock.org. Okay, if we could all stand now and finish with our prayer for protection and our peace song. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. Little darling, smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. It's alright.